All right, hey TRNO. I'm going to try and explain this the best I can. I'll take a picture once all is said and done, so just try and follow along, okay? So your problem says pretty much this, that you started out with $710,000 to invest. Good for you if you have $710,000. And you need to make $43,000 a year off of that. You have two options. You have a CD and then you have a bond fund. The CD earns 1.5% interest. The bond fund earns 7.5% interest. Okay. Number one, before you even start, those have to be decimals. Okay. You don't work with percents, right? We only work with decimals, right? So we're going to say this. We're going to say let X equal the money you have in the CD and Y be the money you have in the bond fund. Okay. All right. Your system of equations. Now I hold this because I don't think you normally use a linear system to do this. I think normally you use something like an exponential function to do this, but I'm judging by the title on the top of the paper you sent me that they want this as linear. So you have two things. The amount of money, X and Y, the amount of money that you put in each one of these things has to add up to $710,000. Okay? Number two, you're going to multiply the amount of interest X gives you times the amount of interest Y gives you. Now, you need to put a 1 in front of both of these, right? Because you think about it, if you just had 15% of X and 15% of X and 75% of Y, you'd be losing money, right? So 15% of $100 is $15. So when they say that these are growth things, that they're going to grow, you need to say 1 plus. I'll write down here. That's 1 plus. Okay, and 1 plus, okay? In other situations, you might have to do 1 minus, okay? So that's where we got these numbers from, okay? Because that's the 100% is the amount you started with. Whatever money you invested into this, which you'll see later is the answer. Whatever money you answered plus 7.5% and plus 0.015%, okay? Or 0.015, okay? And those two, okay, the amount of money you invest in X and the amount of money you invest in Y times these has to equal, the temptation is to put $43,000. No. If you invested your money, think about this, if you invested $710,000 and you only made $43,000 back, you made a poor investment, okay? So what you need is the amount of money you invested plus another $43,000 on top of that. So that's where I got this money. I added this amount, I added these two amounts right here, okay? And what that'll do is at the end of your year, you now have $43,000 in profit plus the original $710,000 you have, okay? So if you want to do this next year, then you can use the same equation again, okay? Because you'd spend the $43,000, you still have the $710,000, okay? So these are your two equations, okay? Your two amounts equal to the amount that you want to invest, and your percents equal to the amount you want to invest plus the $43,000 to live, okay? So the first thing you want to do with any system, in a system like this, there's a couple different ways. This one lends itself because they're both in standard form to kind of either eliminate or isolate. Since you just have X plus Y is equal to 710,000, we did that, okay? So all we did here was I just subtracted Y from both sides. I subtracted Y from this side, so there's no more Y there, and now it's over here, so it'll be 710,000 minus Y, okay? Well, now I have X equals something, okay? So what I can do is I can take this X equals this, and I can put it in this other equation. I'm going to substitute X equals this. I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to put this into this equation, okay? So you put inside parentheses, okay? So this is you right here, okay? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to distribute that 1.015 to both of these, okay? Your calculator, and there's your fancy 2, okay? You're going to distribute both of those. There's your new amount, plus your original one, okay? So we just distributed that. The next step you want to do is you want to combine your like terms, okay? So we can add the two of these together. This one's negative, this one's positive, so I get 0.06, okay? Your next step, we're going to subtract. I took 720 and 650 away from both sides, so I get this. And then your last step, again, opposite multiplying, we're going to divide. And divide this side by 0.06 and this side by 0.06, and voila, we got this, okay? So the amount that you should invest in Y is $539,166.67, okay? So that's how much money you should invest in Y, okay? And don't worry, like I said, I'll take a picture of this for you as well. Now you have Y. Well, now you can use either one of these, right? I can plug in for Y here, or I can plug in for Y here. Don't do this, right? X plus Y is equal to this amount, okay? So all you have to do is plug that into this amount right here, right? And you'll subtract that amount from both sides, and then what's left over? $170,833.33. Okay, so your final answer is this: that in Fund X you should put in $170,833.33, and in your bond Fund Y you should put $539,166.67. Okay, so just if you want to double check those numbers, you can plug them back in here, right? So if I add the two of those together, I should get this number, and if I multiply these numbers times this, I should get this number, right? Which would give me my $43,000 to live on, plus another $710 that I could do again next year and have the same equation, okay? So I will back out and just kind of like let this sit here for a second. Maybe you can pause it, but I'll take a picture for you as well. I'll send it to you. Anyway, I hope that helps. Hope everything's going good at Lehman. And it's nice talking to you. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. God bless.